everybody, it's Corey from Gemini Guitar, and in today's feature we're going to be looking at some more creative drop D, this time with some whole tone riffing. And basically what this means is that all of the power chords that we're using utilize whole tone steps. These are in fragments and eventually work their way down the fretboard before finishing up in about the second position. Okay, so before we begin, just to let you know, there is a transcription for this over at the website, geminiguitar.com.au, and you'll find that in the metal section. Also, if you want to support my work here on the channel, you can do that by purchasing any of the download products over at the download store, also at the website, and you can see the link for that below this video if you would like to do that. So for anybody out there who's not familiar with what a whole tone scale is, it's actually very easy. You begin on whatever note you want. In this case, it's the low 6th string, which is at the pitch of D because we are in drop D tuning today. And basically what happens is we're going to proceed from that root note in whole steps until we return to the octave. Let's have a quick play through it just so you can understand that before we begin. Root note D, whole step, 2nd fret, another whole step, 4th fret, another whole step at the 6th fret, whole step at the 8th, moving up to 10th, another whole step, returning to the root in the next octave, and that's our last step. Right, so the first thing to do is we're going to strum an open D power chord. And the other interesting technique in this, something I should be mentioning, is that it's a hammer-on technique for the power chords. And this is about the only time you'll be able to do this with power chords. Normally you would slide them, but in this case we can actually hammer them because of the fact that we only need one finger to do them. So we're going to strum the open D power chord in the open position. And we're going to hammer then to the 10th fret and then the 12th fret with our 1st finger and 3rd finger. Now you'll note there that my fingers are quite flat when they do this, and that's kind of obvious the reason for that, but I'll explain it. It's because we have to fret over more than one string. So it's a really good workout for the left hand, and it's a good test of concentration too, because it's a little bit unsettling, this idea. It's not a normal sounding type of riff because of the fact that it's in groupings of 3. Okay, so that idea repeats a total of 6 times. And you'll notice there that in bar 2 we begin at the 10th fret, so that's what I mean about the overlapping effect. So the actual beginning of the fragment was actually right at the end of the 1st bar in the open. Moving to 10th fret, that begins the 2nd bar, and that's the last time we play that for a while. So basically what's going to happen after that point is we're going to use different positions and their groupings. The first one of these will be after we play the open power chord. It'll be the 8th and 10th fret, hammering on both of those. Move then to the 6th position, it'll be 6th and 8th fret after the open power chord. Do the same thing in the 4th position. And then in the 2nd position. So you'll see that pattern. And just to finish things off, although this does lead into the 3rd bar, we're going to return into the 4th position, and it'll be open power chord first as always, and then 4th and 6th fret. So I'm going to have a playthrough now of bars 1 and 2 just with the last fragment leading or ends up in bar 3. So here we go. Now from this point we're going to return to the original fragment in the 10th position, but this time we're only going to do it I think 5 times. I'll just double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, that is correct. So that will be played 5 times, and this is from the 2nd quarter of the 1st beat in bar 3. So actually there, because we've been overlapping for quite a bit, we do end up finishing that fragment at the end of the third bar. And so the fourth bar begins on the open power chord again. So that's cool. And then we're going to do something a little bit similar to what we did in the second bar. Go into the 8th position, always playing the open power chord before hammering to 8th, then 10th. 6th position, that's 6th and 8th fret. 4th position, 4th and 6th fret. And we're going to even things out at the end just to finish off with, and we're going to go from open to 2nd to 4th fret and back to 2nd fret like this. And effectively ending on the last beat of bar 4 there. So that gives us just a little bit of breathing space to get back and repeat the idea again. So let's have a listen to the second half of this, and I'm going to go from the second quarter of beat 1 because that's where the open power chord is played. Here we go. Now to finish things up, let's have a full playthrough, and this will just be done once. Here we go. So I hope you've had fun with that. Have fun practicing it, and check out the website, remember, geminiguitar.com.au, for a whole bunch of other lessons with some transcriptions and different things there, and I'll see you at the next lesson. Bye for now.